and welcome to Kallerhult Creations and a studio vlog. Well, I might be walking out of my studio because my room requirement, my office, my space, my creative space is situated on the top floor of our house and also in the direction of the afternoon sun, meaning it has a lot of lovely natural light but also get hot as beep in the afternoon. So I'm gonna be recording an artsy vlog because the last video I posted was like a day in the life of me doing day job, writing my thesis, doing some artsy stuff, doing a lot of things. I'm gonna leave a link, think now. I'm gonna leave a card to my previous vlog. Anyway, I have a little to-do post-it note outside of my planner of what I aim to get done today. It's currently about 2 o'clock and I've already done all my day job for today, and I'm quite mushed in my brain because I've been writing documents and ethical guidelines and I've been thinking a lot. So I'm really looking forward to more creative aspect here. So I have a graphite portrait that I'm gonna be starting, and I'm gonna be transferring the sketch. I want to paint my nails, and that might not be like artsy, but it's still a bit creative. And also the purpose of me painting my nails is because I'm gonna be shooting some overhead footage where I'm basically just showing my hands, so I want to have pretty nails. Also, nails are like my hobby, I like it, okay, deal with it. So the things I'm gonna be filming is a planner tour for, is it like March, May, June, perhaps March to May, I think, of my Hobby Nature weeks. I also want to film a sketchbook flip through. So I have a sketchbook that I've only been touring on Patreon, and I'm gonna record the second half of that sketchbook. Speaking of Patreon, I also have my thesis vlog that I need to publish. So I just need to write a bit about it because it's already edited and uploaded and stuff. I want to work on the printables for July. So each month I create like a calendar and some printable illustrations that I upload to my patrons, and they are free to use them as they see fit. Not for monetary gain, but yeah. And I want to plan a video talking about me purchasing a new camera, what I was thinking about, like what aspects I was looking in a new camera and all of that, and show some footage with the new camera, which I'm currently filming on, by the way. And also I need to sketch cows. I have another commission that's coming up where I'm gonna be illustrating cows for a PhD thesis, and also when they do their big presentation they have like big posters, I guess. So I'm gonna be doing vector art of cows for a certain purpose. But I need to familiarize myself with the anatomy of cows, so even though I'm gonna be simplifying it, I still need it to look, proper. So yeah, so the things I'm looking forward to the most now, after using my brain with all the writing, is the artsy stuff, so the cow sketching and the graphite portrait. But yes, I don't think this will be just a one-day vlog. I think I'm just gonna pick up the camera as I'm working on these various projects, and it'll probably span for like the entirety of June or something. Also, the kids are on summer holiday. They're currently not at home, they're with their granddad, so I will have limited opportunity to film undisturbed. So this is going to be an all over the place vlog that has to do with art and creativity, but I will probably not remember from each clip to the next what I've been talking about, what I've been doing. So enjoy the craziness. It's on the house. Okay. Good morning guys, it's been a while since I talked to the camera, so it's currently the 26th of June. It's 20 past 7 in the morning. I've just fed the kiddos and I have about an hour before I have to take them to summer school. No, but they don't attend school now, so it's just fritids. I'm gonna insert the equivalent word in English here. I'm still quite sleepy. And also I'm very tired and frazzled because we've had 3 days of parties. So we had Midsummer Eve solstice party on Friday. It was lovely, like 30 people, lots of kids, all shebang. And then on Saturday some relatives came to celebrate Lily because she's having her birthday in July and they're not here then. And then yesterday we had a kids party for my son Linus, and because he turned 10 last week. So it was basically the first proper kids party that he had, because you know there was COVID and all of that beforehand. So now it was like full blown, a lot of kids, like water war, and I had prepped a lot of activities. I think I filmed some of it, so I'm gonna insert a little B-roll sequence here. Yeah, so as you saw, I did quite a lot, like making custom t-shirts and prepping things for the party. But yeah, as I said, now I have about an hour before I need to walk the kids to school. So yeah, I am going to be working on my graphite portraits. I'm gonna flip you around and show you how far I've come with the portrait so far. I have this week as well, then it has to be completed, and also I have a lot of day jobs, so, and also my thesis. I haven't been writing on my thesis for quite some time, so I really need to, you know, sort out my priorities, how I'm gonna spend my time. Also my office looks like a dump, but yeah, it is what it is. So squeeze in an hour of work before kiddo time and then work again, but then it's gonna be day job. Oh, ramble, ramble, ramble. So this is the state of things, how far I've come. The body's not completed, but at least I've worked through some of the stages. So yeah, first of all I started off adding the background just to have something in contrast, because sometimes when you start with the main subject and then add a background, you have to go back to the main subject. So I just tinted the background. So yeah, I worked through this part. I started with the pheasant, is that what it's called? The bird. And I have the reference image of the dog here, both in color and a black-white high contrast version. So yeah, let's do it. portrait has been accepted by the client, so I sent her like, yeah, a photo for review. So now I'm actually going to use my hairdryer to heat up the washi tape to prevent it from ripping. I think it is very, very loosely attached because it's not one of those washi tapes with a lot of adhesion, but I'm afraid to rip the paper nonetheless, so I'm just gonna use the hairdryer to make sure the glue is even easier to rip off. And then I'm gonna spray paint this whole thing, not spray paint, use my fixative spray to fixate the whole thing, because since it's graphite it's still prone to smudging. So yeah, and then I'm gonna pop on my iPad and hop onto my iPad, I can't speak, and work on the July printable for my patrons. The washi has been removed, so we now have a nice crisp white border all around the drawing, and I'm really happy with this, with the outcome of this drawing. So I think I mentioned it, that I combined a picture of the dog retrieving and then of the bird. This is from like 2 or 3 different pictures, and then the dog is from one picture. So for me it's sometimes hard to know when I should call it quits when something is done. So it's a good help for me to actually take a photo of the piece, send it to the client, like, I'm content at this stage, do you wish to make any alterations? And if they're like, no, I'm super happy, then I'm happy as well. Because me being content is not necessarily the same thing as I'm ready to let it go, because every time I do something I want to make it like as good as possible. And one thing that has been a bit of a challenge for me this time is to make these 2 legs a bit more subdued, because I wanted the focal point to be here. That meant I didn't want to have too much details over here. And for me, being like very detail oriented, it's kind of hard to not do everything super detailed. Same thing with the wings of the bird. There are a lot of details here, and I wanted to make them in even higher contrast, but that would also be like the eye would go to all the intricate little details and patterns in the wings and stray away from like the dog's face and stuff. So I've made some decisions and I'm trying to stick by them, and as I said, the client was really happy. So yeah, it's a win in my books. It's a good portrait and I'm happy with it. I have moved over to the couch. I'm currently watching Catherine the Great, or it's just called The Great, I don't remember. I'm gonna refine this little sketch thing for my monthly printables. So this was last month's, and let me see, the month before, of course it had like dates and stuff, but this was like the graphic for it. So each month I give my patrons the opportunity to download a printable, or I also publish them in like digital format if you want to have them as a background on your phone or something. I have about 20 minutes until I have to start cooking food and sort out the kids. So yeah, hopefully I'll make some headway on this one in that time.